Okay, hold on. I'm about to squeeze this in here now. Hold on. All the packets are already put in the sour cream in there already. I put that in first, and then I'm gonna put all the squeezed packets in there. Hold on. So you see I've added through all the packets there, and now it's time for me to mix. So all I can start stirring together and mixing. And you see how thick that cheese is in the packets? So I really have to make sure while it's hot that I get it to mix. Because if you was making it in a regular package without, baking it like this, as soon as it's hot, as soon as you come off the stove, you start mixing this up. This kind of cheese is thick and it'll dry up. And so what I'm doing is trying to mix and stir and mix and stir to get it to a consistency that I want to do. So once I stir this and get this all mixed together, then I'll add more cheese to it. Okay, so hold on. All right. Now you see it's a little dry, or not just dry. It's kind of thick. You need some more moisture to it. I took that bowl that I added the sour cream and egg in it. I filled it up, and I'll just start adding it to it. Because you want it to be thick. You don't want it to be thin. You don't want it to be super thick. So once I add that bowl of water to it, when you add the cheese, it'll fill it up. So you see I just add the water to it, so now I'm just going to continue to mix, okay? Now you see what it did now? Once I add just that one bowl into this, it's thickening it up already. So now when I'm going to add more cheese, I'm going to add the cheese crumbles, 1 package of cheese crumbles in here now. Because I like to have that thick cheese in there. Alright, so now I'm going to mix the cheese crumble in here. Again, that's going to make it thicker again. So guess what you have to do? I'm going to have to add a little bit more water to it. The worst thing is to have super dry macaroni with no moisture. Because when you cook it, it's going to dry some of the moisture out anyway. So what you need to do is just make sure your consistency is where it needs to be. Okay, so you see how to thicken up a little just by adding that 1 pack of crumbled cheese. Okay, so now I want it to be a little thicker than that. Not thicker, but looser. So I'm going to go ahead and add some more water. Now this time I'm going to be a little bit leery of how much I add. Okay, so I'm going to add little by little just to get to it. So I'm going to add not quite the whole bowl. And I'm going to do is stir again. Stir. Stir and you stir and you stir and you stir. Hope I'm not deviating from the mixer. So there you go. It's all mixed up now. Add the other pack of crumbled cheese. Or if you already had about the whole half cube, cheese that's in the blocks, you cut it up in blocks so it can look similar to this. Actually, my blocks usually be bigger than these crumbles, but that's okay. So I'm mixing it up again with the crumbles. Like the second pack of crumbles in here now. Okay. There we go. So now that's that consistency. It's a little thicker now than it was before because I added some more cheese to it. Now I add some more water. Make it a little thicker. Because now I'm going to mix those crumbs that's shredded in here now. And usually I do a mix shredded because I kind of like to see the white and the yellow cheese together. I like to see it. But today, since I got the free cheese from, well, not free, but extra cheese from Chanel, it's all good. I always save some for my top. So now I'm going to go ahead and just pour these crumbles, just shredded in here. But I'm going to leave enough to cover the top. So now, again, the more cheese, the thicker it gets. Now you see it's starting to fill out this pan now. Like I said, I don't know how many you making yours for, but this is 4 boxes. And it's not that huge pan, but it's in between sizes. All right, now I got the cheese. I got that regular cheese shredded up in there. Combination of everything that's spilling over. Sorry. Now add a little bit more water, because the more you add cheese, the more you add just a little more water. Don't do too much. We don't want it soupy. So, here you go. Mix, 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 mix. You see how kind of consistency of it is? Now, if you think that's good enough for you, as you see, I like to see a little, when I pull over to the side, I like to see a little juice over there. Yep, I like to see it on the side. That's telling me that it's going to be right. Now, I got all this cheese inside of this spoon, as you see. So you can scrape that out and throw that in there, too, if it don't fall out. So, it's falling out. You don't waste cheese. Okay, now, alright, now, it's time to cover. So, sorry, I know it's a mess over here, but it's time to cover. Usually I just take my hands and just throw it in there, which I might just do. Hold this other hand. And just sprinkle all around. Sprinkle the cheese all the way around. I just like to see cheese on the top as well. Some people don't do that. They just kind of like put it inside and let it cook all the way through. But presentation is everything to me. So, you know my sink was a mess. But it ain't the cleanest thing making macaroni. It's not the cleanest thing. Because you got to deal with so much cheese and stuff. So now just pour that on the top. Come on, cheese. Come on out the bag. Y'all is cheese. That's what it's there for. Okay, now you see. So I'll try to spread out a little bit. Get the rest of this out of here. And if this is the consistency that you want, throw it in the oven and let it cook. I think this is good enough. It shouldn't. Yep. See how liquid is? See how the liquid is at the bottom? You gotta see some liquid in there. You need to have some kind of room to cook. Or bake, I'll say. This is pretty well. It's already cooked. And I kind of shake it around just so I can have a little bit of consistency here. Like I said, you don't want a dry macaroni, but you also don't want it super thick either. I might add just a tiny bit on the sides. So, kind of mixed a little bit more on this side right here. And believe me, when this cooks, it's gonna blend anyway. All that cheese sauce in it, y'all look at regular cheese, and kind of messing up my presentation here, huh? That's okay. Take some and spread it around. It's gonna melt in and cook anyway. So, all right, son, this is it, step by step. I like to add just a tinge bit of salt on the top. Give it a little kick when you kind of taste it. Okay. And I don't have any regular ones, so this is what I got. Alright. Put it in the oven and let it cook. Alright, son? There you go. Bye.